Welcome back, and today I'm going to compare the PS5 versus the new Xbox. If you're new, subscribe. I post the best GT5 glitches and Red Dead. Post below if you want a shout out. Alright, in this video I'm going to talk about the price, the release date, the backwards compatibility, the controllers, the launch line, and also the main differences, the power, and which console I think is going to do the best. Alright, first we're going to talk about the price. Okay, so this price, it could be anything. I mean, the price is very important for the selling. So I believe I think they're going to try to price theirs exactly the same. So either $400, that seems very fair. $500 last go around was kind of high, and that's what Microsoft did. They sold their Xbox One for $500 because they included the Kinetic, and most people didn't care about the Kinetic. So the PS4 was $400, and people bought it. These are the sales on screen. As you can tell, a lot of people bought the PlayStation. That extra $100 difference made the sale difference, in my opinion. 106 million for the PlayStation, 50 million for Nintendo Switch, and 46 million for the Xbox One. So the release date, they didn't say the release date, but we can all pretty much assume it's going to be November or December. The compatibility, Xbox has compatible with everything. The original Xbox, the 360, the Xbox One, 100% compatibility. Sony, they said that they're going to have 4,000 PS4 titles working on the PS5 at launch. The controllers, the PS5, we've not seen the controller or the console yet. We've only seen the dev kit. And the dev kit's going to obviously look differently than the personal kits. So the controller on the Xbox One is basically the same controller. They added one extra button, and it's the share button. That's all. They also changed the D-pad to be more like the Elite style. All right, the launch line. Microsoft has announced no exclusives at launch. They said they want the console to play anywhere strategy and its backwards compatibility to sell the console. Sony, as far as my research, has only one launch title, which is Godfall. It's a 1 to 3 players multiplayer loot slasher. It's third person melee RPG. And also, it's rumored that GTA 6 is going to be a timed exclusive for PS5. Timed exclusive means it's probably going to release on PS5 first, and then a month later, it's going to release on Xbox. So that's going to really help sell like the initial community growth on that. But that's just a rumor. All right, right now, we're going to talk about where everyone is talking about. Yes, the Xbox has more horsepower, has more teraflops, but at this level, since they're very close, so the Xbox Series X, since has 12 teraflops and the PS5 has 10 teraflops, it's roughly 20% faster. That's on the teraflops level. But people need to know that not all teraflops are created equally because both the consoles have completely different technologies. So potentially they could be even set to even at this rate, but no one knows until we play it. So both CPUs on both consoles are basically the same CPU. The Xbox One is a little bit faster. The GPU's basically the same, but as you can tell, they're using completely different technologies. Sony is using 35 CUs running at a higher frequency, while Microsoft is using more CUs running at a lower frequency to produce the teraflops. Also notice the RAM is different. Sony uses all the same RAM at the same speed for everything, while Microsoft uses 10 gigabytes for graphics at a higher speed than Sony does, and also 6 gigabytes for the system at a lower speed. Here is the main difference for the consoles. The solid state. This is the main innovation in the consoles. And as you can tell, the Sony's solid state is a lot faster. It's double as fast. And here's how the data is traveled. The first the data is collected from the solid state, and then it's loaded onto the RAM. And then the RAM, the graphics can use it from there, or the CPU can use it. So that's how the data is constantly loaded. So the fact that Sony's solid state is twice as fast, that is the first step. So that is basically a bottleneck for Xbox because their solid state is half as fast. So even though they might have higher speeds on the GPU and the RAM, the fact that it has a bottleneck before we're even there, it could potentially even out their speeds, and potentially the exclusives on the PS5 are just going to be really impressive because of that high speed innovative technology for the solid state. So it's very, I mean, I'm saying they're very close, very close. Also the exclusives for so here's what I'm going to say, like the Xbox, so the Xbox Series X is going to be more powerful for like all platforms. Like let's say Battlefield, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, you know, they release it for all the consoles. In those platforms, the Xbox Series X will be a little bit more powerful, but in the exclusives, I believe the PS5 will definitely outshine, because here's the record. The PS4 had 229 exclusive, while the Xbox One had only 122 exclusives. The PS5 engineers spent a lot of time talking to their developers, their exclusive developers, to find out what do they want, and this is how they tuned their console. So even though, so summarizing, the Xbox is more powerful, but I do think the PS5 is more innovative. So if you found this useful, make sure you leave a like on the video. Thank you for watching, and I am out.